Good evening, this is BelGeode and we are back with some Microsoft Flight Simulator X Steam Edition. And this is part 2 of our journey across the United States in the F-14D Tomcat. So we made it to Chicago and we spent a bit of time here, and now our next stop on our journey is going to be St. Louis, Missouri. And what do you think, Allie? Are we ready for this trip?
Everything's packed up and we're about as ready as we're ever going to be, Bill.
Excellent. Well, in that case, let me go ahead and start the engine here. And we'll just wait for everything to get fired up. Also going to close the little steps that we've got on the side of the cockpit to help us get up. And I believe our flight plan should be programmed in, but I think I want to do something slightly different this time. Instead of relying on the GPS, I just want to fly, and I'll have you do your actual Rio duties. What do you say?
Oh, that sounds fine to me. Let me go ahead and turn everything on here. Okay, we are ready, and I've got the little terrain map on. Is it okay if I keep it set to about 20 miles out?
Yeah, that should be fine. If you alternate between 20 and 40 miles out, you should have just enough distance to predict where we're going. And if my calculations are correct, our GPS flight plan should show up on both screens that you've got back there.
Okay, good. Well, I can't really see anything right now, but I think that's probably because we're facing the wrong way. Be that as it may, I'm going to go ahead and call the tower now. Ground, Navy 109er, ready to taxi, south departure.
Navy 109er, taxi to and hold short of runway 36. Using taxiway Alpha. Contact tower at 121.3 when ready.
Taxiing, hold short, runway 36, using taxiway Alpha, Navy 109er.
Well, I hate to be the one to burst their little bubble, but yeah, I'm not taking off to the north. I'm going to go the other way.
May I ask why?
Well, for starters, I want to take off on full afterburner considering this runway is so short. And if we go to the south, it's going to be a hell of a lot easier to get on our flight plan than if we go north. Not to mention if we happen to go transonic or even supersonic, I don't think the citizens of Chicago would appreciate me busting all the windows in the Willis Tower.
I don't know about this, Bill, but if you want, I can contact them again and see if they'll give us runway 18.
Even though the wind's calm, no, they're not gonna, but we're gonna do it anyway. I highly doubt they're really gonna be paying much attention. Besides, we're just bending the rules a little bit.
Okay, if you say so. Well, I'm ready to go back here.
Good deal. Well, I just released the parking brake, so here we go. Next stop, St. Louis.
You know, Bill, I hate to say it, but you might be right. I don't think they're paying attention. They should be all over us by now. I think the only guy who noticed that we turned left instead of right was the dude back at the fence.
See? I told you. They don't care. When we reach the end of the taxiway, just call them and tell them that we're set to take off from runway 36. They won't know the difference. Trust me on this one.
Wow. I have to say, I'm a little shocked about that, and now I'm not so certain I want to fly back into this airport again.
It's gonna be a while before we head out this way anyway, so I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Well, you're the captain, Captain. Just let me know when you want me to contact that tower.
Right now should be pretty good.
Okay, I will get to work on that right now. Tower, Navy 109er, ready at runway 36, south departure.
Navy 109er, cleared for takeoff. Runway 36, departure to the south.
You weren't kidding. Cleared for takeoff, runway 36, Navy 109er. Wow, I can't believe we got away with that.
Oh, trust me, babe, they ain't seen nothing yet. Wait till I kick this sucker into full afterburner.
Don't get me wrong, though, I would not like to be banned from ever coming back to Chicago again, so if we could kind of go easy on the theatrics, that would be great.
Yes, Mom. Damn, everybody's trying to hold me down.
I don't know about you, but I don't want a visit from the FAA. Just because we're in one of the last flying Tomcats in North America, we're not above the law.
I am the law, Ellie.
Uh-huh. All right, Judge Dredd, what size file do you want in that cake that I'll need to send you in prison?
Oh, that's the least of your worries, babe. If I remember correctly, you'll be right there next to me. You're my Rio. We're in this sucker together.
Except for one minor detail, I'm female.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So I guess in your case, orange will be the new black.
And on that note, something tells me we should probably take off now before they put their glasses on, realize where we are, and cancel our takeoff clearance.
Working on it.
I do have to say I had a lot of fun in this city, however. Bye, Chicago. Gonna miss you. So what was your favorite part about Chicago?
I'd have to say flying around in that tiger moth. How about yourself?
Oh, there were plenty of times that I enjoyed. But I think my absolute favorite was when you got shot down by that waitress in the tilted kilt.
By the way, brakes down, throttles up, and I did not get shot down. It was just a miscommunication. Thank you very much.
Yeah, right. You were licking your lips when she came by with the drink menu, and then when you asked for milk in your coffee, you were staring at her boobs. Don't think I didn't see that.
I was not.
Oh, you were too.
I was looking at my phone in my breast pocket.
Uh-huh, more like you were looking at her breast pocket.
Navy 109er, you are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Unsubstantiated fantasy.
Oh, whatever. You're probably so drunk you don't even remember pointing at her chest and asking her if it's always this cold in here.
Nope, pretty sure I didn't do that, and I don't think I drank that much.
Belle, you yelled, "June is busting out all over" when she brought the dessert.
What? And hey, wasn't her name June anyway?
Dear, her name was April.
April, June, I knew it was some kind of summer month.
Do you even remember me slapping you? Or you drawing little dots inside the zeros on her tip? At that point in time, yeah, I probably would have told you I was married too.
Well, I for one don't know what the hell you're talking about. I was really not that drunk.
Like hell you weren't. You tried to drink the water out of the Buckingham fountain on the way back to the hotel.
Okay. Well, I guess I must have been feeling really good that night.
I'm pretty sure the only reason you don't have a black eye is because it was your birthday, and I felt like restraining myself.
Well, when you put it that way, then I guess thank you for restraining yourself. And thank you, I did have a really good birthday, so I do appreciate that.
No problem, though I'm sure we'll be getting the bill for that waitress's therapy sessions for the next few months.
Oh, come on. I'm sure I'm not like the worst patron she's ever had. And it was my birthday.
I told you I'll let it slide this time, but I don't want to hear anything out of you when I find a Chippendales in one of these cities we're going to.
Yes, dear. So I don't know if you noticed, but the flight plan that I made up this time around, I actually did what we did the last time, where having our waypoints be actual airports that we're flying over. So the first one that's coming up now is going to be Aurora Municipal.
Yeah, I did notice that, but I didn't want to say anything because I figured you had a pretty logical reason for it. So what else do we have on the flight plan?
Well, I expect you'll probably see it showing up in a second here, where it doglegs off to the left. And from Aurora, we're going to go to KBMI, which is Central Illinois or Bloomington. And then after that, we'll go into KSPI, which would be Abe Lincoln Capital. And then we're going to fly over KALN, which is St. Louis Regional, before we actually get to St. Louis, which is Lambert Field.
Now, is there any particular reason why you're doing that instead of doing the actual airways or the waypoints?
Well, believe it or not, they pretty much do intersect the proper airways. So, I mean, it's not like we're carving our own path across the sky. We are actually following active airways, because usually they put the vortex near to the airport anyway. So, you know, we're still doing what we're supposed to do. We're just doing it differently. I told you, we're bending the rules a bit on this flight.
Well, as I stated earlier, you're the boss, and I take it we're flying over Aurora now because I noticed we're starting to make that left.
That would be affirmative, miss. And we are actually on autopilot, but I think what I'm going to do, since we're already at our cruise altitude of 32,000 feet, is I'm probably going to kick in the afterburner for a good portion of this leg. We are officially going faster than 340.29 meters per second. How do you like them apples?
Very impressed, Bill. I have to say, I'm very impressed. So how much time do you think we have until we get to St. Louis at this speed?
Probably about 15, at the most 20 minutes till we get into that neighborhood, and then we can figure it out from there. Let's see. I've got my waypoint dead ahead, so that should be BMI or Bloomington. I think I might need to make an adjustment to the HUD, however, because it keeps cutting off, like the corners. Oh, and we're officially at Mach 1.37.
I never thought I would say it, but I think I actually like flying supersonic. I didn't have this experience in the Air Force because back when I was in the Air Force, women weren't allowed to be combat pilots.
Yeah, that's a change that I'm really glad that the military made, because there have been some really kick-ass female pilots. I think, especially with us flying the Tomcat, the one that most immediately comes to mind is Megan Varley. They made a documentary about her called Speed and Angels, so if you have a chance to check that out, I highly recommend it. She was like one of the last Tomcat pilots to ever come out of training. So that was pretty impressive. Our last Tomcat pilot was a woman, and she was pretty damn good. How's it going back there?
Oh, I'm just fiddling around with knobs. I noticed we've got 15,100 pounds of fuel remaining. How far down do you think we're going to get before we actually reach St. Louis?
It's really difficult to say since we're currently on full afterburner, and this thing will guzzle gas at full afterburner. But I don't plan on keeping us supersonic for too much longer. What I'm thinking is when we pass BMI, we'll probably slow down considerably, because it's really not going to be too far from there to the rest of our waypoints.
Sounds good to me. It's not like I'm in a rush or anything. So what are we going to be flying when we get to St. Louis? Because I know you're going to have us flying something.
Well, it's funny you should mention that. One of the waypoints that we've got along this flight route here, KALN, which is St. Louis Regional, they happen to be one of the few airports that can handle a blimp. Don't ask me how I'm going to pull this one off, but yeah, if I can help it, we're going to be flying a blimp.
You know, Bill, I'm not even sure I want to know. Wait, are those contrails that I see off to the left side?
That would be affirmative, miss. We are currently intersecting some traffic that is headed off to the right. Oh, and look, we are at BMI, so while the aircraft decides to make its turn to the next route, just wave hi at the lovely people in whatever airline that is. I didn't even see.
Are we allowed to be this close to airliners?
Yeah, there's like distance regulations and so on, but honestly, they're going at such a different angle from where we're going that I don't think it'll be an issue.
I think you were right. I don't see them anymore, so I guess they've gone on their merry way. So when do you want me to contact the tower?
I'm thinking when we get to within about 30 miles of ALN, that would probably be the best time. I don't think we're going to run into too much traffic. I mean, it's a Sunday. Who's flying right now?
Yeah, that big empty sky theory that you're thinking about, you should know better than that. You know there's really no such thing.
Yeah, I know. But honestly, I think it's the general aviation traffic that they really want you to pay attention to. The only people that are going to be up here would be military jets and airliners.
Dear, that's exactly what I'm concerned about.
Well, you can see traffic on that thing back there, can't you?
Well, yeah, but...
We'll be fine, Rio. We'll be fine.
Well, we're closing in on ALN. Are you planning on coming down at some point in time?
It's like you read my mind. I'm going to decelerate and begin our descent right about now. So go ahead and call the tower for me, please.
Okay, give me a few here. Let me see if I can find it on the nearest airport list. We're looking for KSTL. That's Kilo Sierra Tango Lima, correct?
That would be correct.
Okay. Needless to say, there are a lot of airports on this list. Oh, wait, I think I saw... Oh, no, I hit the wrong thing. Okay, I've got to go further out. Ah, there it is. Ah, damn it! I clicked the wrong one again. Okay, I'll get it this time. Next page. And it just disappeared again. Seriously? There it is. Got it this time. Okay, I'm gonna call for the ATIS first, and that way we'll figure out where we're coming in.
Sounds good.
St. Louis Airport information, Delta 1730 Zulu. Wind 356 at 8. Visibility greater than 20 miles. Sky conditions clear. Temperature 12. Dew point -5. Altimeter 3032. ILS runway 30 left and ILS runway 30 right in use.
That's pretty much all I needed to hear. My guess is 30 right. St. Louis Tower, Navy 109er is 20 miles northeast with Delta to land.
Navy 109er, St. Louis Tower, enter right base, runway 30 right, altimeter 3032.
Enter right base, runway 30 right, Navy 109er. See, told you.
Yeah, I figured as much. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and come down a little bit more. Alright, where is it? It's got to be around there somewhere.
The airport? It's off to your right. Probably see it better at this angle.
No, I know where the airport is. I even know where ALN is in reference to where we are right now. What I'm looking for is downtown St. Louis.
Suddenly I'm really afraid to ask. Belle, why are you looking for downtown?
Oh, wait, I think I see it. Yeah, it's dead ahead. Okay, so it'll be on the right side of the river. Alright, so we're going to have to make a left here.
Belle, what's on your mind? What are you thinking?
You'll see. Just got to line up just right. Still can't quite see it yet, but I'm starting to see some skyscrapers, so I'm going to assume that's downtown. I'm going to swing out to the left over KALN.
BelGeode, as your Rio, I demand to know what in the hell crazy cockamamie scheme you're planning on doing in the next few seconds here.
Nothing too crazy, Allie. You can calm down. I was trying to see if I could see downtown, because I've never seen the Gateway Arch before, so I kind of wanted to get a closer look. I believe it's about 630 feet wide as well as 630 feet tall, so that should be perfect.
Perfect? Belle, you're starting to scare me. Perfect for what?
Okay, right here should be good. So I'm going to start turning in. And if I time it just right, this ought to work.
Cleared to land, runway 30 right. Caution at Boeing 737, landing runway 30 left.
I don't know what you're doing, Bell, but I don't like it. Clear to land, runway 30 right, Navy 109er. Will you tell me what it is you're planning on doing?
I've always wanted to do this, Allie. I've always wanted to fly an F-14 Tomcat through the Gateway Arch.
You want to do what? Bell, have you completely lost your mind?
It'll work, Allie. I promise you, it will work.
Oh my god, I'm so not going to jail with you. Where's the ejection handle in this thing?
It'll be fine, Allie. I'm lined up perfectly. We'll pass just through the center of it with plenty of room to spare.
Oh, I have no doubt you're a great pilot, but Bell, isn't this kind of illegal?
No time for that now, Allie. Here we go. Oh, yeah, perfect. All right, time to hit the afterburners. I'm getting the hell out of here.
Bell, of all the crazy stunts that you've ever pulled, this one absolutely takes the cake. Oh my god, I can't believe you just did that.
Whee! Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
You're not funny. Oh my god, we're going to jail. I swear we are definitely going to jail. I can see it now. I'm going to end up being the girlfriend of some woman named Butch.
Allie, it's okay, I promise you. I called ahead of time and got special dispensation to do that little stunt, so we're fine. I promise you.
When were you planning on sharing this little bit of information with me? Oh, I swear, Belle, if I had my selfie stick, I'd wrap you on the head with it right now.
I told you, Allie, we're fine. I swear to you, I got the okay. We were fine doing that.
You know what? I am so not talking to you for the rest of this trip. How about that?
Oh, come on, Allie. Anyway, we just have to land now, so there's not much more to this trip left. I'm sorry. I guess I should have told you ahead of time. You still love me?
Southwest board 10, contact ground on 121.65.
Allie.
Going to 121.65.
Oh, you're really giving me the silent treatment, huh? Well, at least I still have the viewing audience to talk to. Alright, so we're just about lined up on 30 right, so I'm going to bring us down in speed here. I'm going to try and see if I can get my little pipper right on the threshold of the runway here. I should be able to bring her in with no problems. Sounds like that Southwest has already landed and gotten off the runway, but they were landing on 30 left anyway, if you happen to pay attention to that. Alright, here we go. Short final. Looks like we got a little bit of a crosswind here, but I think I can manage that. That's the beautiful thing about military jets, is the HUD will tell you exactly where you need to go. And we got the donut. We're coming in a little too fast, so let me just slow it down just a tad here. Alright, that should do the trick. AOA is looking good. Speed is looking good. Got the pipper right on the screech marks. Coming down right ahead of the numbers. There we go. Okay, brakes are out. We should be good to go. And I'm going to try and see if I can get a parking spot on the right side of the airport. So that would be the north side of the airport. On the opposite side there, you will see the big huge passenger terminal, with all those arches there. Yeah, we won't be parking on that side. So this, I believe, will be our turnoff. Just get a little bit closer here. And once we get on a taxiway, I'll go ahead and sweep the wings back. We really don't need to have those out while we're taxiing. We're not going fast enough that it'll be an issue. And I guess since Allie's still giving me the silent treatment,
Contact ground on 121.65.
I will have to contact the tower. 121.65, Navy 109er. Alright, let's come to a stop here.
I just want you to know right now that I hate you so much.
She lives. I'm sorry, Allie. I promise I'll never do it again. St. Louis ground, Navy 109er, taxi to parking.
Navy 109er, taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway Kilo 1.
Taxiing to general aviation parking via taxiway Kilo 1, Navy 109er. Alrighty, folks. Well, now that we've got our clearance, we're going to head over there. Our parking spot should be along that side. And you know what? It's such a nice, beautiful day out today that I think what I'm going to do is open the canopy. There we go. And we'll taxi like that as we make our way in here. Alright, so brakes off. And let's roll. So if you have enjoyed this video, feel free to give me a like. I would definitely appreciate that. Definitely helps the channel out for sure. Let's make sure there's no traffic coming here. Alright, looks like we're good. You can see the terminal back there that I was talking about. We'll get another look at it once we're actually parked and I've got the credits rolling here. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate the love, I appreciate the support, and all the really awesome comments that you've been giving me here. This is really cool. That's what makes it all worthwhile for me. So the next time you see Allie and I, we are going to be, like I said, flying around in a blimp here in St. Louis before we depart for our next destination, which is going to be somewhere in Kansas. I haven't quite decided just yet where exactly we're going, but we'll figure it out as we go along here. Alright, sweep the wings back. Perfect. I love it when the cat is slicked back like this. As always, don't forget you can find me on usual places that'll pop up in the credits. You do watch the credits, right? Just saying. So yeah, I'm on Twitch, I'm on Hitbox, I'm on Facebook and Twitter. You can read for yourself, I'm sure. And I haven't forgotten the other flight simulators, so you will see some DCS World and some Falcon BMS, just not right now, because I'm still working on some missions for DCS World, and as well as with Falcon BMS, I'm still in training with the Hornet and the Harrier. Not quite confident enough to do combat missions in that particular simulator, but it is coming, I do promise you. And I also intend to continue the Vietnam era series of Flight Simulator X Steam Edition, so stay tuned for that, quite possibly next week. Alright, and as we pull into our parking spot, yes, you will still see some Fallout 4. I'm still working on a story for that. I recorded a whole bunch of them just before my vacation, which is scheduled the end of November. Now that I'm thinking about it, by the time you're watching this, it should be after I came back from my vacation. So there we go. And I've got some other things that I'm working on. Alright, so brakes on and engines off.
I suppose I should probably turn off the avionics and everything back here as well, too.
Well, it's not going to make much of a difference when I turn the main battery switch off.
But just because I'm a nice girl, I'll go ahead and turn them off for you. I'm still pissed at you, by the way.
Alright, Allie, alright. I'll take you out to dinner tonight, okay? Alrighty, folks. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to like. Ciao!